Hi everyone. I thought I'd hop on here for a couple minutes and let you know what I'm up to this afternoon. I'm making a fresh batch of kombucha tea. Kombucha tea is a fermented tea and it helps support gut health. It has probiotics in it, and that's what helps support your gut, your immune system as well. What I've done so far is I went ahead and I've already gotten a little head start on my tea. I put in 1 quart of water, I brought it to a boil, and then I put 1 1/4 cup of sugar in here. Then I boiled the water with the sugar and water until the sugar was liquefied. Turned off the stove, and then I dropped in here 3 tea bags of black tea and 3 tea bags of green tea. That is going to sit here and steep for a few more minutes while we chat. Because it's already been going for a little while. So I let my tea steep 5-10 minutes or what have you. Sometimes I get busy and it steeps a little bit longer than that, but it really just needs to make sure that you've gotten a nice steep of your tea. So this is a batch of kombucha tea that my daughter gave me. I've already poured a little bit of the tea off of it, and I wanted to show you what is fermenting. So this is a SCOBY, and I can't remember exactly what SCOBY stands for, but it is I call it the kombucha mushroom. That is what is creating this probiotic with the fermentation of the tea. That sugar that we put in there, it is going to get all eaten up. It's what's feeding this mushroom. I wanted to show you, there's a couple different kombucha mushrooms in here. It doesn't matter whether your mushroom is thin like this or thicker like that first one I showed you. That doesn't matter. I went ahead and poured off some tea, first of all, because I wanted to be able to get my hand down in there and pull that off. And then I poured a little bit into this glass. And Sasha said this tea's been sitting for a while and it has continued to sour. This is very, very, very tart. For me, it would not be enjoyable to drink at all. It still smells fine. There was nothing on the mushroom that made me think, ooh, maybe that mushroom's gone bad. So the fact that it smelled fine and there was no sign of anything wrong with the mushroom, I'm still going to use these SCOBY for my tea. I went ahead and washed up another jar. So I just use 1 gallon old pickle jars, and we will be putting in a total of 3/4 of a gallon of water in here. There's 1 quart in your making your tea, and then I'm going to put a 1/2 gallon or 2 quarts of cold water in this jar. That's going to help cool off my tea because I tend to rush the process. If the water is too hot, then that can cause some issues with the ability for the tea to ferment. I'm going to put the video on pause. I'm going to go grab some water and I'll be right back. Oh, I think I stopped that other video. Darn it. Well, we're going to just blend the videos together, I guess. All right, so my pause, now I know, don't hit the go button, hit the pause button again. So anyhow, I'm telling you, I'm learning so much. I'm so glad that I'm developing this big stick-to-it muscle and keeping with my commitment of creating these 125 videos. I will tell you, it has crossed my mind a number of times, what am I going to say by the 125th video? And I've even thought about that in these first, what is this, video 17? Like, oh goodness, what am I going to say today? But, the Lord keeps giving me something to chat about, and I'm grateful for that. So I'm going to put those 2 videos together, and here we go. Let's see. Here's a 1/2 gallon of plain water, cold water. I am going to pour my tea. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to pour a little bit of kombucha in. How much kombucha tea you add to your fermenting is between 1/2 cup to a cup. Sometimes I go a little bit over that, but we need to have, it's your starter. It's your starter for your tea. So I put a little bit in there. Now I'm going to pour my steeped tea in there. Now, I don't put any, you don't want any plastic or any metal to touch this now that it has some kombucha in it. I'm feeling the side of this. It's slightly warm, but not hot, not even warm. It's just slight, has a slight temperature. I'm gonna pull out and use one of these smaller mushrooms, and all I do is place it across the top of the water, or the start here, and then I'm gonna pour a little bit more of my kombucha tea on top. And what's gonna happen after this sits on the counter, you put it in a dark place. I usually just have it in the corner of my counter here. I'll place this white hanky over top of it. It can be cheesecloth. I just happen to have this, actually I'm not sure if it's a hanky or a napkin. And then I'll put a rubber band around it to keep that sealed because I don't want any gnats or anything else to get into it. And this tea is ready to sit. 7 to 10 days is what I've done in the past. What can happen very easily is if I don't mark my calendar, this tea can start sitting on the counter and I just really don't think about it for a good long time. So this is my kombucha tea. So in 7 to 10 days, maybe I'll do another video and show you what happens. So if you've bought kombucha tea, maybe at the store or at a health food store, and you enjoy that, that's fantastic. But there is a way that, you know, you can make it at home. I would like to say that, you know, check with your doctor to see if this is okay for you to drink. This is, you know, I never want to give out any type of advice that I'm not qualified to give out. All I'm telling you is we drink this, and we've been drinking it for a number of years, and it's been reported to be great for your gut health. Okay, I think that's it today. I hope you've been having a wonderful day. We've had a good amount of rain, so kind of wish I would have planted a little bit more seeds in the garden yesterday to get this good rain, but there'll be another day. All right, folks, I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day.